Hello everyone out there in amazing immense land, huge tube space, and I tell you what, actually, everything's just pretty fine, and I'm just been out, I've come from just where I wouldn't call that walk of mine, just regular routine that I had to follow, and I did actually, because I tell you one kind of story that I passed today, and that was a story related to my batteries of my vehicles. I have owner of two vehicles, and just the storyline that relates to that kind of thing was, see, I had three batteries previously, and one of them died, the bigger one from my Audi A6, and it died like, maybe 2 months ago, and I just kept it for in a side, just another mixing those living ones. Two batteries remained living ones, and after that died, and two remain living ones. And the kind of my tricky thing that I do regularly was, and still is, that I interchangeably recharge them once I got that brand new one that I bought recently to the recharging station. There's like my acquaintance, this guy that solves those issues. He refines batteries here, just replenish the stuff inside batteries. He keeps them in a good condition. I brought that battery, that brand new one that I bought recently. I bought to his place, and there he's doing all those activities that I put it for, and he kind of did the job here, recharge that, and I gave him a call, and I just wanted to clarify whether I'm able to get it back today. Actually, finally I did, but the story is not about it. The story relates to that second. It's like a half-used battery that I installed in my Audi A6 in order to be there while that battery was recharging the brand new one. And once I wanted to start my engine, I just pump the fuel to the fuel system by rotating the key of my Audi A6 or several times in order to have better pressure inside the fuel system. Inside my before it goes to engine, it needs to be pumped to certain pressure. Say why once I had those two, four miraculous movements with my key of my Audi A6, so when I was prepared to start the engine, once I did that, I heard the sound of that battery being there, and I didn't hear any sound of starting the engine, and I kind of was sad, fucking sad. You cannot even imagine what extent I was sad, because my new one is still in there. I had to get it back. It's like several kilometers from the place where I live. I had to ride there and have a long ride, middle range ride, or just very short range ride. But still, I needed a ride with my Audi A6, and I can't do that because my battery inside my Audi A6 is dead. Finally, went kaput, and I cannot do that. So what I do, I give a phone call to my friend Constantine, and he says me, yeah, I'm on it, I'll help you, but I have to wait until my mom comes back. I'm just supervising my dad. He's not a well man nowadays, and it's like separate story. I wouldn't die there in those particularities, something personal. You get where I'm going with this. So he said what he said. He said he would help me, and I was kind of relieved. Partly, when I made my way back home, I undressed. I was by my PC again, doing some issues related to my working process, my doings, what I do regularly, you know what I'm saying. And after that, I went out again and decided not to wait for Constantine to come to my place and pick me up. I decided to just make my way walking there, just for the purpose of saving time. And what I do, I walk there and get a phone call from Constantine. He says that his battery died. Can you fucking believe that shit? His battery is dead. My battery is dead, and we all moveless with our vehicles. And I said, I'm on my way. I'll be right there with you in a minute. And I hand up, and I proceeded with, I strolled to his yard, and we were we met actually, and we discussed a bunch of those technical issues that could be the reason why that battery died, or not my battery, but his battery. Because my reason of my battery why it died was clear for me at least, and I reported what I wanted, he reported what he wanted, and that was that. And after that, he'd given a call while I was walking to his vacation. He'd given a phone call to his kind of ex-colleague. He worked with that guy, and they were doing batteries with their working process. Now they quit, and that was a kind of separate storyline. I wouldn't die there again, just for the purpose of saving time. And so we waited for that guy to come and to start his engine in order to go and get my battery back at the charging station. And after we do that, we go to my vicinities where I live, and we put that replenish to recharge the brand new battery to my Audi A6, and then when we are done, we are done in a good way. And until then, we are doing something, talking something, anticipating something good, and moving somewhere else in time and space with his Kia Cerato, and we are there. We are going. We're already in a good mood. And we are already, in a good mood, because his issue was solved. My issues are in the process of being solved, and we are picking up my battery. We are delivering to my Audi A6. We're installing it. I install it, and I launch. I start my engine, and we go to do coffee. And that's my story tonight. It was, I guess, I believe it was clear. So you're allowed to give me a like, dislike, what you want, whatever comes first, and you may subscribe, unsubscribe, do what you want with your precious time or whatever with your activities. And if it's been something good, I guess it's been good for my American. If so, you're allowed to again give me a like. You may even unsubscribe and not be exposed for my shits for any longer, because I will be doing those in my channel here. If you're my colleague, or despite what's been said, then in that regard, I applaud you even more than I did that previously. Be good, and I'll be really honest, since they release something fun-oriented or simply just meaning fucking nothing as I regularly do. And if you're still with me, then I do what I do. I applaud you. I do some American activities here on my channel, and I'm doing it for you and for me in the first place. So be good. I gotta roll again. I can do, and just not be good. I'll be really on since they release something good and stupid for you. And thanks again for practicing whatever fucking word practicing. If I can know I will practice my elite and adorable American. I'll be really again on my channel as soon as I can come up with something new, brand new, whatever, used, or simply storyline that make your my mind, whatever timeline. I don't fucking know where it will happen, but that will be together again. We will be good, and stay tuned. Don't switch the channel, don't switch the shit up until I let you, and if I will, then don't do that. Even in that regard. Let's call it night. Be good. Night.